Good day everyone, I am Andre Dardo, and in this video we will be learning about the closure properties, the reflexive closure and the symmetric closure. Since these concepts are already introduced by Miss Julia, we will go directly to the examples. So this is the example. Let R be the relation on the set containing the elements 0, 1, 2, 3, containing the ordered pairs 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, and 3, 0. Find the reflexive closure of R. In finding the reflexive closure of R, we will find first what is the missing ordered pair in the given relation. So sa reflexive closure, ang atoang bantayan is ang ordered pair na nagapareha og sud nga element. Since the ordered pair 1, 1 and 2, 2 is already included in a given relation R, the missing ordered pair in this relation is 0, 0 and 3, 3. We will include the ordered pair 0, 0 and 3, 3 in getting the reflexive closure of R. So the answer is the reflexive closure of R contains the ordered pair 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 0, 0, 0, and 3, 3. I think finding the reflexive closure is easy. So let's proceed in finding the symmetric closure. So here's an example. Let R be the relation on a set containing the elements 0, 1, 2, and 3, containing the ordered pairs 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, and 3, 0. Find the symmetric closure of R. In finding the symmetric closure, kung unsay nakita nato sa given nga ordered pairs, balihon ra nato siya. Example is ang 0, 1. Himo nato siya nga 1, 0. Pero ang ordered pair nga 1, 1 ug 2, 2, bisan unsaon to siya og bali is nga na naman siya. So, di na nato siya dugapil. The answer is the symmetric closure of R contains the ordered pairs 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2, 3, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 2, and 0, 3. And that's all for my part in closure properties. The other two, the antisymmetric and transitive closure, will be discussed by Ms. Roluna. I hope you learned something and you already know how to get the reflexive and the symmetric closure of a set. So let's proceed to the next topic, which is all about partitions. First, let us know what is a partition. A partition of a set is a collection of non-overlapping subsets that make up the original set. A partition P of a set S is a collection of non-empty subsets of S such that every element of S is an exactly one of the subsets in P. Always remember that a partition is a collection of non-empty subsets of S, and every element of S is an exactly one element of P. Here is the example. Set S contains the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In the next slide, we will identify each partition if it is valid or invalid. So here are the answers. In the first answer, we can conclude that it is valid because it follows the partition rule. We can see that it is a collection of non-empty subsets of S and every element of S is an exactly one element of P. In the second answer, we can conclude that it is invalid because it doesn't follow the partition rule. We can see that the element 6 is in the second and the third subset. It doesn't follow the partition rule, which is every element of S is in exactly one element of P. So that makes this partition invalid. And in the third answer, we can conclude that it is valid, just like in the first answer. It follows the partition rule and we can see that It is a collection of non-empty subsets of S, and every element of S is in exactly one element of P. And that's all for my part. I hope you learned in this video and thank you for watching.